go at 150 pounds. And the gentleman on the mat here, Terry Kennedy, has won 34 times. He's the winningest wrestler on this Edinboro team.
34 wins.
Lane Pendleton, 3-7 for Lehigh as a freshman. Kennedy's a junior from Fairview Park, Ohio. Won 34, lost 4.
4 Ohio wrestlers on that lineup. They had Rowan, Vanessel, Williman, the first 3, and now Kennedy. So 4 out of the first 5 are out of Ohio.
It's a short row across the lake.
Around the lake. It isn't across.
Wherever it is.
You're coming
around the lake. Around the lake. Okay. I'm thinking of the boys up in Erie. I'm looking ahead to the Erie.
You're thinking of the boys from Canada.
To the Erie Tech wrestlers who do such a great job up at the PIAAs every year.
Well, we're going to be at the services with Tommy Muir at the PIAA.
Well, this is his last year.
Well,
I think that and I talked to him at least. He's got a superintendent's job, I think, somewhere. And
is he going to finish the season?
Yeah, and I
thought he
asked
left.
if he would be there, and he said, yeah, he would be the tournament director this year.
Okay, good.
And but then would be gone, and someone else will fill that spot next year.
Is that why Edinboro starts out with Rowan, because they go across the lake so often to get Ohio wrestlers?
Might be, Marvin.
Remember last year when he wrestled Martin? Everybody made a big thing out of Rowan and Martin.
Whoa.
You see, Martin lost in the Penn State Iowa meet. He lost to the 126-pounder from NCAA runner-up at 26 for Iowa.
Penrith?
Penrith. Yeah. That's why Penrith is now ranked #1 in the country at that weight class. They wrestled twice. It was a draw in the All-Star meet, and he beat him in the duel.
Two, one.
Right to his back goes Pendleton, and it's going to be more than a near two-point near fall. He's going for. Only got 2. Pendleton gets out of that. Kennedy now leading by 4.
He stunned him with that move. I think the kid is still stunned.
Yeah, it hurts when you bang down on your head.
Here, we'll look at that move.
Well, watch the underhook.
Top.
Right there, just pulls him over, a la Peter Yazzo.
1.
Drop down underneath. Working off that single. Drive forward. Now it's 6-1. So we're not too sure who's coming out next. Is it Togus or Watkins? I noticed a former PIAA champion, Rod Wright, is wrestling 190 for Edinboro Shell.
It's a hand.
17 seconds to go. First period. Still a 6-2 lead at this moment for Terry Kennedy of Edinboro.
I think he was AA champion at Lakeville High School. Lakeview High School. 2-point takedown. I keep saying 2-point. How many what kind are they?
Edinboro.
8-2.
Edinboro defers. Lehigh. Hard.
Down. Look at the last takedown by Terry Kennedy here.
Work off that underhook. Drops in a high crotch series and then works a leg trip. Gains the control, then the 2 points.
Keep the arm down. One.
Giveaway escape, 8-3. Minute and a half to go in the second period. Advantage to Terry Kennedy of Edinboro.
Kennedy won the PSAC tournament, Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference, which is, I guess, open to the 14 Pennsylvania State schools.
He also won last year against Lehigh, wrestling this 150-pound weight class, winning 24-10 last year over Derek Stamets at this weight class.
1 now.
Escape 10-4. Minute and 13 riding time advantage.
Thus far, the thing I think that's almost the single common denominator of this Edinboro wrestling team has been the aggressiveness with which they carry out the moves. There's no change from wrestler to wrestler in the way they set the move up and go into it. If they don't get it, they're trying to finish it.
It's going to make it difficult on the next 4 guys from Lehigh because their win, we felt Lehigh would win one of the first 5, and then they haven't. They just had a draw at the 1. So then coming up next is either Togus and Watkins. He's favored at that weight. Brophy and Chupak, that's a toss-up. Boyson should win. Rupel should win, but then we get down to Hall. Steve Etch at heavyweight with Dean Hall, the number 5 man in the country, runner-up last year in the Nationals. That's a lot to take on. Second period to end. It's 12-5 on the board.
Edinboro.
Period ends, third final period coming up, and right now enough points on the board for a major decision for Terry Kennedy if you throw in the riding time. Leading by 7. 12-5, third and final period. Edinboro leading Lehigh 13-2.
Well, I see Tom Hutchinson isn't here again tonight. Trust he's out on the road scouting these New Jersey state champions and other champions.
Now he's stalling. Warning, Lehigh.
New York State Championships take place the same day, same weekend as the Easterns. There's a 2-point in the stall against Lehigh.
They have the counties in Long Island this week, which is productive. He might be there. That's tough wrestling.
But it's, you know, a lot of people moaned and groaned when Syracuse when they voted for Syracuse to pick up the Easterns.
Well, but yeah, and not only that, I mean, it's tough enough to go up there in March, but to schedule the states on the same night as the Eastern Championships when you've got all of those dates to play with has got to be silly.
Well, I don't blame Syracuse. Syracuse offered it. I blame those who voted for it, which is 16-member schools of the Easterns that said, yeah, let's go to Syracuse. And here you have a situation that because of the state tournament, the Easterns are taking second place by wrestling their championships and moving up to 6 o'clock. So, you know, it was wrestling needs all the help it can get right now from a popularity standpoint, get kids interested. And to throw the Easterns up at Syracuse, where they lost money the last time they had it there.
Following Lehigh.
The crowd following isn't going to be the way it has been when it's been at Navy or Princeton or Lehigh. So,
up to me, I'd have it here every year. This is the perfect tournament school. Experience, they have the know-how, they have the accommodating people, marvelous SID people, facility.
Off again, 20 seconds to go.
Good thing the University of Maine didn't offer to have it.
Yeah, I would thought in a year when looking around to get interest in wrestling, to schedule it up at Syracuse, I thought there was some better choices. 4 seconds left.
Terry Kennedy is going to win this one 16-6 with riding time thrown in, almost a duplicate of Sean O'Day's job at 142 where he won 16-5.
Another 4-pointer.
4 points on the board.
17-2.
And Edinboro moves out ahead 17-2. Lehigh has now gone through 5, has only a draw.
Jim